Welcome to the For the Love of the Game podcast with Johnny K. This is episode 15, updates on Stay Social, hockey lessons, and moving into the Christmas season. Starting with some hockey life lessons, then into where the Stay Social drink is headed, and wrapping up with a look forward into the Christmas season at For the Love of the Game. Let's get into it.
John Colias, episode 15 for the Love of the Game podcast. I'm on the couch. I'm taking it easy, a little bit of jet lag. Because a few days ago, I was in LA, California, my buddy's 50th birthday. Happy birthday, Gally. We had a blast. You were a great host. A bunch of the fellas and I got on a plane, went to California. We had a time, went to a Kings game. We golfed. I rented Callaways. Apparently, they're super expensive clubs, and the first 9 I was lights out, so I was thinking, you know what, maybe Gally's right. I need to buy new clubs. The clubs I've had for 25 years just aren't doing the trick. And then on the back 9, I was awful. Couldn't hit a ball. My partner Alex, he was struggling with my game, and we fell apart. And the consequence of losing the golf was the next day when we went to the Kings game. If you know my buddy Paul Galbraith, he loves consequences. He loves playing these silly games. And the silly game was the losing team of the golf had to take off their shirt and wave it in the air after the Kings score their first goal. So the funny thing is that when Gally made this side bet, he had to have beat the worst score by 10 strokes. And he didn't make that. So he had to take his shirt off too. We're at the Kings game. I'm nervous. There's a family of 4 behind me, mom, dad, and 2 kids. And very doubtful they'll ever hear this, but I am sorry that you had to see me with my tarp off. Kings score about 2 minutes in. Up, peel the jersey off, wave it in the air, feel shame. Got my shirt on, and I was trying to get my shirt on, and it wasn't going on, and it wasn't good, folks. But that's the time I had in LA. Took my shirt off, round of golf, swam in the ocean. My buddy Larry and I went down to the ocean, and we took a football. I don't know why I used it as a pillow. We were going to throw the football with our shirts off. Just didn't feel right. Anyways, LA was a blast. Had a good time. Now it's Thanksgiving weekend. I'm on the couch, and I'm thinking it's time to make podcast for November. It's episode 15. And all over the map on what we're going to chat about today. I was going to give you an update on Stay Social, the water. I was going to talk about For the Love of the Game and how the brand's doing and how we're doing with our online business. And then we were going to do a little bit of hockey talk. And I'm going to start there because I've been thinking a lot about hockey and watching hockey. And I always remember the biggest lesson that I learned as a player, and boys and girls, if you're listening, and even if you're a senior hockey player or junior hockey player, listen to this advice. I learned firsthand. I had a bad habit as a player that if I wasn't getting much ice time, and I started getting sick of shuffling on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm in the middle, and I go to the door, then I got to go back, and then sometimes I would screw it. I'll go sit beside the spare goaltender, right? Leaning on the boards. And I remember I did that. And what that does is it kind of it takes the viewpoint of your number out of the coach's eyes, right? And this is a true story. My senior hockey coach, Rob Reed, Flesherton, Ontario, he has a pretty impressive senior hockey career himself, but after he was done, he coached, and he told me once, 8 years into senior hockey, 8 years in, and I would have a bad habit of go sitting beside our spare goaltender when a lot of penalties, power play, and then that was it. So one game, after the game, he pulls me into the room and goes, listen, Johnny, here's something I want to tell you. If I can't see you, I can't play you. Because there's so much going on and I forget or I don't see you. So that's just advice for everyone that's listening or has kids that play or whatever. Sometimes you could get all kind of confused inside your head, and you think the coach doesn't want to play you and he doesn't believe in you, so you shuffle off to the side. Well, I've coached as well, and it's not an easy thing to do. You're shuffling lines, you're trying to kind of navigate, you're making sure the right D pairing's out, you're running the forwards, you're talking to the referee, you're thinking about your grocery list, you're doing all sorts of things. So if a player like a young Johnny K decides to go sit somewhere else and you can't see him, Johnny K can't go up to him after and say, why didn't you play me? So always be in the mix. I know it gets frustrating when you're in the middle and you're shuffling back and forth, but never take yourself out of the eyesight of the coach. Because if you do that, he's going to forget and you're not going to play. So that's advice from Johnny K. Take it if you want. Don't take it if you don't want to. That's okay. But that's living proof. And I'll never forget that. Rob Reed, if I can't see you, Johnny, I can't play you. So that's a lesson, and I think it's a good one. It's a good one. I've watched a lot of hockey. The month of October, actually, haven't watched too much hockey. Beside my son, Charlie, playing. I've been traveling all around with him. But I haven't been on the radio with CKNX for the whole month of October. Going to get back in the mix in November. But looking forward to that, and I'll be watching more hockey. And I'm always looking for body language. Always looking for body language from the players, from the coach, and all sorts of things. So that'd be the second tidbit to that. Your body language is important. Head up high. If you get scored on, you're banging your stick, and you're maybe kind of palms up. Palms up. Not a fan of palms up. Just get to the dot. And while we're talking about Reader, I'm going to throw out this is a Readerism, and we had these printed on the back of a t-shirt. Our coach, Rob Reed, didn't like it when players started to kind of like push and shove and start lipping each other and staying unfocused. So I remember it like it was yesterday. Reader walked in the room, he punted the garbage can, and he just told us, listen, guys, from now on, our goal was to win a championship that year, and we did. But it started halfway through the season that we dialed in, and this is how we did it. He gave us 3 options as players. And the first option was you go to the dot to take the face-off. Option 1. The second option was you come to the bench for a change. So now you have 2. And the third one was fight. That was it. Dot, bench, fight on the back of our t-shirts. We won. I think that might have been our 3rd or 4th championship, but that was the motto. And you can't fight. Maybe the fight thing now is off, but go to the dot for the face-off, go to the bench for a change. But this extra stuff, and you want to start tonguing and start lipping players and stuff, doesn't do any good. So body language for the players, that's huge. Body language for coaches, that's big too. If you're kind of flailing your arms in the air and there's a misplay or there's an offside or a kid makes a mistake, you have to stay composed, because guess what? He's going to see that. Now he's going to think that you don't believe in him, and then it just causes something. So just try to be steady Eddie, and, poker face. Those are the best coaches that I've seen. They're always in the moment. They're always making good decisions, and, they're just not out of control. Because usually as a coach, if you're out of control, guess what? Your player's out of control. Yeah, just some what I've learned over the years, what I've seen. Take it or leave it. Let's talk about Stay Social today. Canned water. I'm more of a still guy, natural water. Our sparkling water, that's a fan favorite too. We are about 6 months into this venture, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, it's fun. Good feedback. I've learned a lot. And in the summer, we kind of went to about 2 or 3 golf courses, and they put some on their shelves, and the feedback was didn't move as fast as they thought, and I thought a golf course would be a great place for the cart person to come by. Would you like a beverage? It ended up that the marketing side, not enough people know about Stay Social yet. So we're growing the brand slowly. We are going to change our can. We're going to get rid of For the Love of the Game on the can, because that's our brand, that's our apparel. That was put on there just when I was designing the can, but as we thought about it more, we're going to focus more on the brand and the mark, Stay Social. And the biggest compliment we've gotten about our can is that it looks like a beer. That's great. Had to stay social after my Old Timers game today, and had 2 goals, by the way. It was lucky, but they went in, and I'll take it. And then I enjoyed a stay social after, and looking forward to our new cans. Probably won't see them till 2026 January. Samples are going to come in the next couple weeks. Then we're going to look at it. We're going to make sure we love it, and we're going to focus on different ways on the marketing side. Successes that we've had with Stay Social, we have it in a gas station. Durham, Ontario, the Ultramar, and Mr. Patel gave me the opportunity to put this in the cooler, and the sparkling sells about 3-to-1 compared to the natural water, but we've been selling a couple cases every other week. That's a positive because they're happy with how it's selling, and I'm wondering maybe that if there's a channel of gas stations or variety stores, or maybe that's where we will have more success with the Stay Social. The Foundry, it's a new restaurant in town. They've been open just over a year. They brought in our sparkling water, and there's another place in London, Formaggio's. It's on Highbury, and if you like a good wheel, I'm talking the best pizza, deep dish pizza around. I have a couple cases there, and when you order it, it comes in a tall, fancy glass with some ice. The Foundry does the same thing. They put a lime on it, and you enjoy your sparkling Stay Social. So we are in the primary stages of this brand. I am learning as I go. The feedback has been positive, and just learning on different things when it comes to distribution, freight, especially now with the Canada's Post strike that is currently on right now. You couldn't even ship water anyways if the strike wasn't on because of the weight, but just little things on distribution. And we've been delivering. There's an option on our website when you order the water, you can get local delivery, and I'll just deliver it to you, but not in my van anymore, folks. I'm sad to announce that after 5.5 years, my van has been taken off the road. Yeah, I went to get an oil change, and I said to my mechanic, I said, hey, buddy, can you give me your honest opinion on my van? And he said, listen, John, we love you here, and we don't want to see anything bad happen to you. And this thing, the drive shaft might fall off, the frame's this, and it's time to put the van away. That van started every time. The van was a Harry Wilson original. He was a mentor of mine in Durham. He ran a business. He worked hard. He taught me so many things. That was his van that he used for his carpet business, and I was so happy that I had an opportunity to buy that van 5.5 years ago, and it lasted. I thought I would buy that van, it would last a year, but the van has been taken off the road, so I won't be delivering Stay Social in the van. It will be probably in the 2014 Ford Edge, and if you notice the bright red stripe on the side of the Ford Edge, that's because I tried to do some body work myself, and when I went in to get the paint, Buddy said, why don't you try this paint for $15? And if it's close, you're good. If not, you can come back and order the $100 paint. It looks awful. Yeah, it's a red stripe on it. I did all the stuff myself. I sanded it, and I guess at 50, I'm trying to do more things on my own. It's not going so well. But I'm going to keep trying. So don't make fun of my edge when you see it. I am going to get it painted, but I do have the paint, and I'm going to do it myself. And if things don't work out with the water or the apparel, I might start a body shop. Yeah, stay tuned. Who knows? How we doing here For the Love of the Game? We're doing well. I would say that October, November, that's when all our apparel business starts to get cooking. We have our associations. We've picked up some new associations. If you get a chance, check out fortheloveofthegame.com. And, if there's something that we can do for your business or your small company or your sports association, don't be afraid to connect with us. Zoe, my niece, does a tremendous job with setting up the website. And this is the time now that people are looking for Christmas gifts. And what we've learned the last 30 years, too, is having one open window to order apparel for Christmas. Hockey season's averages, 5-6 months. And if you want apparel, if I want apparel, I want it early. I want to get it in September because I want to get the value out of it. Or if I want to order for Christmas and order in November. So the point is, what we try to do is we think of the customer, and maybe their cash flow isn't what it should be in the week that people want you to order your apparel. That's why we tend to keep our sites open 24/7, 365 days a year. And that way you can order apparel when it's good for you. So we're busy with that. We're gearing up for Christmas, our online business. We're hoping that our canned business kind of gets to where we want to go. The water, I believe in the idea. For the love of the game, I still think that it is a slow but continues to grow. One thing we did do with our brand here was we tried for a couple years to have a huge variety online, and it was kind of a made to order, but the Amazon effect, and I'm guilty because I buy things from Amazon all the time too, and they arrive next day. So what we did, we committed to a stock program, we committed some dollars, and we have a really good inventory of For the Love of the Game apparel that we could ship next day, 24 hours. And what we found was we were missing the boat sometimes on, hey, Billy's got a birthday and he needs something for tomorrow. And for us to make it and ship it in 2 weeks, it's not going to work. So our stock is good, and we're going to have some good deals when it comes to Black Friday. But having that stock ready for when you want it is a big thing, and that's what people want. So I'll let you know later down the road how that worked. But having the inventory, and on the back end of that too, it takes a lot of pressure off our team too, because what we were trying to do in past years was, complete everyone's association order, team order, corporate order, and at the same time fill the For the Love of the Game orders. And logistically, it just wasn't possible. It just didn't work. So it just took too much time. So what we're going to try here is the stock and see how it goes, and we'll go from there. Episode 15, I had recorded back-to-back episodes, so it's been about a month since I sat down, or almost 2 months since I sat down. I wasn't sure if I was going to continue the podcast, but bumping into friends and people, and they say they might ask me something from the podcast or what have you, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy reaching out, and social media, if you would have asked me 10 years ago about social media, I didn't even think about it for our business. But it was funny. Probably the biggest lesson I learned with social media is when it was the start of COVID, and my nephew was living with me, Justin, and we did a little a video with our shirts off, and it had about 60 or 70,000 views, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, I would never take my shirt off when I was a kid going swimming, you know what I mean? But now I'm like 40 years old and I'm tarps off with a video, and what happened with that and what I learned from it was, we're back at the store, and someone would call or email or whatever and say, hey, I saw your video, it was funny. Do you have any 12-inch softballs in stock? I'm like, yeah, we do. Hey, saw your video, and then, hey, do you guys do jerseys? So I think just the whole thing, even what I talked about being seen, like if your coach can't see you, he can't play you. If your customers can't see you, they can't buy from you. So that's one huge lesson that's on the hockey side, but on the business side, with your small business, be seen, get seen. Is it your vans that you're driving around? Is it social media? Is it being consistent with posts? Are you living in your story? Are you putting things on? And are you trying to connect with the customer? So it doesn't have to be directly about what you sell. It could be indirectly, but we'll make them think of you first. So I'm Johnny K, episode 15, live from the couch. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to talking to you next month. Cheers.